Welcome back, guys, or if you're new to my channel, this is Automotive Anonymous. I'm finally driving through at least a tiny bit of snow in my Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. I bought it just over a month ago. It has roughly 2,000 miles. The factory tires are going to be swapped out for some Geolanders all-terrain severe weather-rated tires in just a few days. So I need to go find some snow to show you guys exactly how these stock tires do in at least mild, snowy, icy conditions before they do get swapped out. Just because I know for some of you guys, this is relevant. This is the type of snow you get. In my area, we do get a lot of snow, but I don't know if it's because of global warming or just coincidence. The end of this December, we have not had much snow. So anyways, let's see what snow we can find. Let's see how well we can enjoy this vehicle and how does the all-wheel drive system do on the stock Grandtrek tires. And if you get anything out of this video, please consider liking it. Comment your thoughts and opinions below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, let's get right into it. So first of all, I'm going to leave it in normal mode. The way it started up, traction is on. We are just in eco mode. And let me give it half throttle through the snow. Okay, so it got right up to speed. You could see, okay, so there's a little bit of ABS kicking in. You could see there was a little bit of slipping, but not too bad. Okay, let's do this again. Let's get up to speed. The rear engages pretty darn quickly, and we are now on the main road. So I'm gonna get up to maybe 25 miles an hour. This street looks like it's gonna end pretty soon, and then I will slam on the brakes and we'll see how the wheels do to slow us down at some speed. Okay, we're at the speed limit. Ooh. ABS kicked in right away, but the vehicle did what it was supposed to do. And so far, these wheels did a pretty good job. Taking this corner with some speed, only a little bit of slipping. Now we'll just go straight ahead. We'll basically go for the path of the most snow, wherever it looks like that is going to be. Could you guys hear that? ABS kicking in. I actually just took off my noise cancellation microphone so you guys can hear a little bit more of the raw noises that come from the vehicle. So here there's a little bit more snow. Let's see what happens. Gets right up to speed. Didn't really have a lot of wheel slippage. That was maybe 1/3 of the gas pedal though. Let's brake and make a sharp right corner and see what happens here. Lots of ABS. But puts the power down actually pretty good. And the rear motor kicks in a lot more often than I was expecting it to, even under these light acceleration conditions. So that's pretty cool. And then the brakes one more time. Yeah, so if you do brake pretty mild, even on little bits of ice and slush, it's not really spinning too much. But here, let's go from slush and ice to a corner. It did catch a little bit when I came off of the snow and ice onto the more just watery surface, but still wasn't too bad. This looks like a cul-de-sac, so we'll do a U-turn here. Maybe we'll do it with a little bit of speed. Yeah, so in these type of conditions, this is actually really handling quite well. And for any of you guys unfamiliar, this is what the Dunlop Grandtrek PT20 tire looks like. When I've measured it in various tread spots, you have anywhere from around 9 or 10, 30 seconds of tread to as low as 3 or 4 in some of the inner grooves. So it actually looks pretty decent as an all-season tire. It's just that this does not put the traction down as well, I think, when we get to really extreme conditions. But here there's just like 1 inch, maybe 2 inches of snow, ice, slush. So I'll hop back in the vehicle and we'll see how it does launching out of here. I'm gonna give it probably 2/3 of acceleration and we'll see what happens. It's a real spin. You guys could catch a little bit of that on camera. The traction control system's flashing, the power's being shifted all around, but it propelled me straight the entire time. At no point was I just sitting there with the wheels spinning under me. So overall, I think this system is doing a pretty good job. I will drive a little bit more to some other neighborhoods, some other streets, and we'll see if there's anywhere that has any legitimate snow. The reason I'm filming this today is the forecast for the next few days while I'm in this part of the state. It's really not looking that great. It's really not looking like there's going to be any more snow dropping down anywhere local to this. And if I can find some more, I will absolutely redo this video with as much snow as I can find. but I'm just worried that I'm not going to be able to find a whole lot more before it's time to swap off these tires, put on the Geolanders, and then in a few weeks when we really do get a lot of snow, I can show you more of how the RAV4 all-wheel drive system actually works with a pretty good severe weather rated tire, because these are not those. Well, after driving around a little bit more, you can see that there are snow on the places that are not being driven upon, so a lot of the roads are melting, and it's about 36 degrees right now. It was around 30 degrees overnight, so it is just kind of sad that there isn't more snow than what you guys have been able to see. I was really hoping to make this a much better video, and I was hoping to have some fun with this all-wheel drive system on these factory tires, driving it kind of recreationally before the importance of having a good tire goes on for my day job of doing therapy, where sometimes I'm leaving in the morning to get to work, you know, driving a long distance before the snow plows even come out. Those are sketchy times when interstate speed is 80 miles per hour in this area and you're going 30 to 40 miles per hour because that's how bad the road conditions are. So that's why I'm just not going to be able to risk keeping these wheels on for too much longer, and why I now have an appointment in just a few days to get them swapped off for the better tires that have arrived. But I was hoping that I could show you guys a little bit of the all-wheel drive system, a little bit of how this handles in factory conditions. And I'm still looking around for roads. I'm still going to see what I can find, so stay tuned in the next minute or so. But overall, it just, you know, I think the RAV4 is doing a better job than I was actually expecting for the all-wheel drive system. It does seem to kick in faster than I thought it would, assuming that this is an accurate display of its power. So even right here, you can see there's a little bit of snow on the ground. Let's give it a little bit of a rolling acceleration, half throttle. And you guys can kind of see the power does jump around, and it stays in the rear a little bit longer in the snowy conditions than it did in my rain testing video. In that video, the rear would kick in pretty quick, but then it quickly fades out and it becomes front wheel drive biased completely again. And since the front engine, the gas engine, is only connected to the front wheels, you only have that 50 horsepower electric motor in the back. So let me maybe do this just for some fun. We will turn off traction control. All right, we'll turn to sport mode. And now I'll give it half throttle. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, there's a lot more wheel spin doing that than when we kept it with traction on. What about a half throttle acceleration roll? Oh yeah, so the system is still propelling me forward. Fortunately, it wants to show all the flashes, all the beeps, all the things like that, and you can't see the power delivery quite the same, but we still do have the little ball system for a couple seconds before this message pops up again. So let's clear the message, show you the ball, and do half throttle. Okay, there you can see. Yeah, so the rear is kicking in more than I was expecting, and that's pretty cool. So like I mentioned, I will redo this video and scrap this one if we actually get a big snow dumping on us in the next couple days while I can film on these factory tires. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video that's going to show how the Geolanders do in better conditions, hopefully within the next few weeks. But overall, I'm actually pretty impressed with the RAV4 Hybrid. I think the all-wheel drive system is doing better than I probably assumed it would, or maybe gave it credit for initially. And I'm excited to see what this vehicle can do. Just for reference, you know, a lot of you guys have had front-wheel drive cars. A lot of you guys have put stuff like Blizzaks or Michelin Ice X Defenders on, or whatever crazy winter tires you have put on. And they probably do better than the average all-wheel drive car with all seasons. Tires make a huge difference. If you only have 7, 8, 9 inches of impact width from each corner, that's going to be really important depending on what the rubber is that you are putting down to the road. So I think these with a severe weather rated tire is going to be really cool. And then for you guys who like my Subaru stuff, I also picked the Geolanders because that's what I came from in my Outback Wilderness. That's what I can compare directly to the better all-wheel drive system in our Forester, or to other Geolander Subarus like the other Wildernesses. It's gonna be fun to do some comparison videos once we actually get some pretty good snow. So I'm excited to show you guys all of those videos. I'm excited to really test the limits of this system a little bit more in practical daily driving, but having a little bit of fun with it in some slushy, snowy conditions at, you know, mid 30 degrees. These tires are fantastic. If you don't drive 80 miles an hour on the interstate before the snow plows, you probably don't need to worry about replacing your factory RAV4 tires. That's just my own preference. That's just my own thoughts on that. And anyways, guys, I wish you guys the best. Hope you take care. Like this video, comment your thoughts and opinions below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, see ya.